Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Today we would like to present about production flow analysis through value stream mapping, which is a lean manufacturing process case study. And my group member is MOHAMAD MASKAN, NASUHA, AMRI, and my name is FIKRIE. Okay, lean manufacturing. For lean manufacturing, Malaysia have been trying to adopt in order to remain competitive in an increasingly competitive global market, which is to focus on the approach is on cost reduction. A systematic approach to identify and eliminate waste activities through continuous improvement. Arrangement of technique and activities for running a production industry or service operation. Lean application is guided by 5 simple steps. The first is identifying the value of process. Second, identifying the process value stream. The third, focusing on the process flow. The fourth is configuration of the full factor. And the last is work toward process perfection. There is 5 tools to eliminate waste, which is the first is Kanban, second total preventive maintenance, setup time reduction, fourth is Yamazumi chart, and the last is total quality management. And I will pass to Adam to present about the method.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Adam NASUHA and today I will present about the method. Okay. Firstly is to have the process review and data collection. It is conducted to investigate the existing method of its actual assembly process through direct observation. It is a method to establish VSM, which is vehicle stream mapping, is presented through the following. The following is firstly is data of cycle time and data of changeover time. Initial data collection on overall cycle time, waste time in process queue time. After that, data gathering for percentage and work in progress, and then Gemba, and then establishing VSM, Kaizen initiative, and lastly is to monitor and improvise. Okay, this is the VSM mapping process. It is approach the entire process in a 3-step method. Okay, and then the VSM implementation and Kaizen activity. It is initiated and implemented in effort to optimize the productivity of the assembly time, and then the assembly process is monitored, and during the monitoring phase, continuous evaluation on any discrepancy or imperfection on product are being addressed immediately. And then lastly is the performance analysis. This analysis was conducted by comparing performance of the assembly time before and after the implementation of the Kaizen in terms of output per man hour and backlog quantity on daily users. Thank you.
Okay, today I will talk about the case study on the journal that we research on. Okay, first, we will talk about the company and process background. The company that on the journal is the company is referred to SMC, is involved in Malaysia-Japan Automotive Industry Cooperation project since 2006. They are making front-disc assembly that named D5040. After 2 years, the product of front-disc D5040, SMC failed to achieve their daily production forecast. The data and information provided by the case study on D4050 then being used to compare the current manufacturing process with the new lean system. Product process flow. First, producing D4050 consists a operation machine in its assembly line named as OP1 to OP8. OP1 for keeping raw material, OP2 for machining process at the back face of part, OP3 for completing the process of finish turning, OP4 for threading process, OP5 for grinding process, OP6 for washing the part that is contaminated with, OP7 for measuring the part, and finally OP8 for balancing the part before being assembled to the car. Current D54 data. From this table we can see about the data that are taken for each part to being manufactured. Gambar and current state map to be able to assess how well SMC is doing. Working the gambar allow the team to see issues, clearing them, finding their causes, and next step is to work into solving them. The key element available in the value stream that are documented on the map establish the sequence of the following details. First, the customer. Second, main process step. Third, process metric. Fourth, supplier with material. Fifth, information and physical flows. Sixth, overall performance and the value stream. The process object consists of small boxes in the map. Represent the process and the number inside the box display. The number of workers at each process. From this table we can see the time taken for each machine to complete its job. Figure 1 shows the schematic layout. A for the existing process layout and B the improvised schematic layout. To reduce the non-value added activity which was obvious in OP4/1, OP4/2, OP5 to OP6, the new improvised process flow was introduced and then before and after process flow change made. Work measure, take time. Take is the work for the one a conductor used to control his orchestra speed, beat and timing. In manufacturing, it refers to the frequency of a part or component must be produced to meet customer demand. The formula applied in the time calculation is the time available per shift divided by the demand per shift. For example, 22,000 seconds divided to 200 piece, which is the demand, will equal to 110 seconds for each piece to be manufactured. The importance of measuring take time is due to the cost and inefficiency factor in producing ahead of demand, which include storage and retrieval of finished good. Second, premature purchasing of raw material. Third, premature spending on the wage. And fourth, the cost of missed opportunity to produce other goods. And fifth, the capital cost for excess capacity. For D45 production line, volume demands change slightly every month to meet is the take time. It means the take time is changing. Okay, that's all from me. Next.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will explain about the assessment and result. The team focus on 3 line manufacturing technique, of which production leveling through minimizing process WIP, improvement of thought time and minimizing handling to eliminate or at least reduce changeover or handling time. Firstly, stacking decide the part quality as it cost, dented and scratched. A quick fix solution was implemented whereby a warning signage was produced as reminder to operator not to repeat the action stacking. Okay, the second is work in progress WIP. One of factor to maintain the quality product is to reduce or eliminate WIP. Each machine has its own WIP, and if the WIP are over the limit allowed, the line will automatically brought to a stop hence at the end of the day. Okay, next is process cycle time (CT). The cycle time of one machine is according to man time and machine time. Operator usually waste their time from loading and unloading material from between OP2 and OP3. To resolve the matter, the team separate the process on two separate, which one operator only doing tapping and the other make drilling process. Okay, next is work instruction. Work instruction, standard work or standard operating procedure (SOP) is the method that effective iteration of the combination of manpowder material and machinery and method. Okay. The problem with the old SOP is the operator can fully read them because machine are blocking it, and the letter on the SOP are faded and it's hard to be read. Okay, the conclusion is VSM improve the approach in LP initiative as it revealed obvious and hidden ways that affected the productivity of the 45T production. Okay, the quantitative evidence show that many of the lean tool have an unexpected impact related to the reduction of this waiting time. The positive view was due to the fact that there were substantial gap between standardized work and real work. The gap meant that work did not follow strictly assembly standard and improvising the SOP. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.